Some of these high school kids will be outplayed by G Leaguers. They're grown men. They're hungry. They're smarter players at this point.
Everybody thinks that we're too young. We're not meant to be at this level. We've seen it coming.
Opening day of the G League has arrived here on ESPN.
First game, I haven't played in a year. I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also excited to get out there.
I had a G League executive tell me that he wasn't convinced this Ignite team would be able to compete at the highest level.
At least half of these G League players have played in the NBA. They are grown men.
They're risking going out there and getting embarrassed.
It's like going to the pool or the beach. It's kind of like you want to get in the water, you can't wait, but you know it's going to be cold. So you're going to do it, but you just know it's going to be cold.
You make flap print from your face.
Action.
Opening day of the G League has arrived. The G League back 11 months after the coronavirus pandemic shut down last season. 8 of the 18 teams will advance to the playoffs with a champion to be crowned on March 11th.
In terms of the landscape of basketball, this is a different venture. They're able to be coached by Brian Shaw, who has so much experience. They're shooting with an NBA ball from the NBA three-point line, having to take no possessions off.
Let's go! Let's go, Marcelo! Let's go!
First game, I'm not starting. I'm itching to get in the game.
Have you ever come off the bench before?
Nope, I never came off the bench in my life. Till now.
4 potential draft picks. They're really gearing up for this bubble, and it's not going to be easy for them. They're going to play 15 games out in Orlando, and this is a great chance for NBA scouts, executives to really get their first look at them.
I was excited to be there, but I did wonder how good Ignite's level of play would be when you've got high school players that have come in and are trying to prove themselves to NBA teams, and then you are playing against players working to get out of the G League and trying to get to the next level.
Jeremy Lin, look, he's also here to try to get back to the NBA where he's played. Hard to believe it's been 9 years since Linsanity.
And Lin the steal to the basket!
Then splits the defenders. Lefty layup, puts it in. Sensational.
Lin for the win! Got it!
These young guys, the last time they were playing, they were going against other high school players. There's got to be incredible nerves. Here it is for real.
Here we go, and the G League season is underway. And on the first play, Axel Tupon that time on the great cut and slam. Jalen Green against Nico Mannion. Knocked by Wesson and tipped into the backboard. Shot clock is at under a second, and not an opportunity there, and we'll turn it over.
You gotta be aggressive. We just coming off flipping the basketball.
Your goal has to be to dominate and go undefeated. That has to be the goal. Can we blow everybody out by 20 to 25 points and improve each of our draft stock?
Jeremy Lin hits the triple. 8-0 in favor of the Warriors. There's the first Ignite points as Kuminga gets his first basket.
Being from the Congo, a lot of kids look up to me. Nobody want to see you fall, so like it's a lot of pressure for you to support your country and support the people back home. Every little kid coming up, everybody watching you.
Hey, JK, what's the best do after the pick?
Nico Mannion looks for the triple. And Tupon is there to finish it off.
Gotta watch that dive.
Good start for the Warriors. Our first time out from the Gubble.
They had some butterflies with the attention that they've gotten, knowing that if you do make a mistake, you're going to be judged on that mistake.
This is their first time playing on national TV, playing in front of a huge audience. But, you know, I tell them all the time, I was like, if you're aggressive, if it's not there for you, make a play for somebody else. Just allowing the game organically to come to you.
Really waiting to see Jalen Green get his own shots here. Green's been the ball handler. This time he's going to turn it over.
Get back, get back!
Mannion on the 2-on-1. Tupon able to finish there. Damn. A little bit of a slow start for Jalen Green here. It's the #1 prospect coming out of his high school class.
It's a different level. Once you go pro, it's not high school no more. Playing against the grown men, playing at a fast pace. I have very high expectations for myself. I want to be the #1 draft, all-star, rookie of the year, all that. And I just was upset with myself.
Come on, IT. Come on, IT. Come on, IT.
Second unit's on the floor. Dacian Nix. Also look at #7 in black, Isaiah Todd at 6'10", also is among the top 75.
You are open. Nix is going to find you, and he's going to be able to deliver it.
Garrett Jack, welcome back.
I've always wanted to get my team involved first, but I need to show the most that I can come off the screen with confidence and hit an open shot.
Shot clock at 2. Nix with the hot potato hits the 3.
What a start for Dacian Nix.
His name is Nix, but they put him in the mix.
As Jonathan Kuminga scores, this is an 11-0 Ignite run, so a little momentum back in favor of Brian Shaw's team. Jeremy Lin against Isaiah Todd, who stayed in front of him nicely. Boards him off. Nice job by Todd defensively. He's a guy, too, that seems, look, everybody has a chip on their shoulder, but he seems to have an even bigger one. You almost feel like he has a little extra to prove.
I knew that playing in the G League was going to be different. I didn't know exactly what it was going to look like. Of course, you know, again, as a competitor, I wanted to start more than anything. I think a player like myself could have flourished in college. Coming here was just a big risk. And they're studying us and they're scouting us and what we do.
So Isaiah Todd, you know, he'll be put into a role like the one he'll play in the NBA, where he projects more as a complementary player. You know, it'll be on him to prove that he sort of fits the mold for what the NBA is looking for.
My biggest fear is not being able to show everybody what I can do, and I won't be drafted.
Here's Todd with a stroke. Nix and 1. It's been a great turnaround by Team Ignite with a 15-point lead at halftime. The second team has been impressive.
I might not start, but with the minutes that I do get, you know, I'm going to affect the game.
Jalen Green, #4 in black, is back on the floor.
Be aggressive against the zone. Drive the zone.
Waiting for Jalen Green to get going. Just 2 points on 3 shots. He'll find a spot on the baseline. A little bit of a struggle for Jalen Green in the first half. Obviously, the #1 player right now on many boards.
Jalen Green, you know, I'm sure he believes he can be the #1 pick. What will be tough for him will be, you know, he hasn't been tested athletically by many of his peers. You know, he has to improve his ball handling, his jump shot, you know, all these things that go into being a great scorer, basically to be a top 3 pick.
Axel Tupon wearing 66, the French national, and there's Kuminga to flush.
How offensive-minded and aggressive has he been? He looks unafraid out there, and he gets the ball in his hands. He is looking to take you.
That's just something in my family. Nobody never want to lose. Everybody want to be great. But I had a little pressure.
Another brilliant move by Kuminga. 13 for Jonathan Kuminga.
I don't really want to let anybody down.
As Jarrett Jack hits there. Now the vets, of course, are the guys who are showing some of these young players the way. That's one of the keys of this G League Ignite experience as well.
All of these minutes, all of them, a good learning experience for these young guys as they are getting ready to play at the next level.
Blocked by Kuminga. Jonathan Kuminga put the frosting on the cake for G League Ignite. 109-104 over Santa Cruz.
Man, first W, man. Nasty, ugly, whatever. They all look the same at the end of the season. That's it.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us today for our first official post-game presser.
Jonathan Kuminga was a standout performer for the young guys. How impressed were you with his performance today?
I wasn't impressed because I see it every day in practice. You guys are just seeing the beginning of what he can do.
Let me talk to my lady and my son, my two favorite people in the world.
I think it's your personal responsibility to help and aid and guide the next person. It helps push the game forward.
Oh, he is probably still taking his nap, huh? Yeah, can't rush that. Gotta have little man take his nap. Gotta do that.
What will make me smile in a year or two, if I see Jalen or JK or Daishan or Isaiah, and they're grabbing the next one, and they're showing them the right way to be a pro.
You went in the store and bought all the diamonds? Damn. Anybody got these sunglasses? Damn. Let me feel that.
When you're a young guy, having mentors are extremely important. And when you're not in college, these are conversations that now happen 24/7, 365.
Hey man, that's enough. You don't need to, don't be giving all the people your money. Yeah, you good, right there. Yeah, you good right there. You going in there, throwing all that money to them people.
Jalen, I thought he pressed a little bit, he was trying too hard. Everybody is gunning for him because of the attention that he's gotten.
You gotta always be a threat. Sometimes you come on shit and you're not a threat. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're a threat, they gotta play you. And then now they gotta play you, they gotta come up on you, now you can drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta keep studying how they play. Because it's gonna become simple off the footwork. Yeah. So just keep studying. Like, I'm gonna hit you every time.
I got you.
A group of future NBA stars have been working out the G League's Ignite squad, debuting in the Orlando bubble today.
Kuminga was very impressive, showing on both ends why he's projected as a top 5 pick in the draft.
Jonathan Kuminga, NBA teams are very intrigued by. Teams are just curious to see his feel for the game, how good of a playmaker he can be for teammates, how much of a qualified jump shooter he is, how much potential he has to improve in that area. He could be a top 5 pick, depending on what he shows teams in the bubble.
All I need you to do is just say, hey, this is Jalen Green, and I'm coming to you from the future.
Hey, this is Jalen Green, and I'm coming to you from the future.
Cool, man. We've noticed that you started talking about and prioritizing your mental health. Is there anything that you do right now that's kind of like your way of...
I have a therapist, and I talk to my therapist whenever I'm feeling a type of way in my brain or something is going on or I have questions. Just talk to my therapist. She has the answers, not all the answers, but she'll for sure help me to why I'm feeling this way.
Yo, that's amazing to share, man. I know a lot of people would appreciate knowing that you do that.
I'm still young. I got a lot of things I need to find out about myself. A lot of kids follow me, look up to me. I know there's something more that I could do. I do want to be like a change maker just because I had a platform.
It's really, really, really rare to have people, especially your age, talk about the fact that they have a therapist. And, especially when it comes to like young guys, they think that shit is corny.
I feel like I could relate to a lot of people and really give some good advice to help out. I feel like I could do something with that.
For you to say that, such a huge thing when other kids read it, to think that like, oh, okay, maybe it's not corny, like maybe I should do it. Like literally that's life-saving.
Thank you. I came out and played terrible my first game. But you have a lot of games left. You gotta have that next game, next shot mentality. Michael Jordan said it. Kobe said it. All the greats have said that you need to fail to succeed. And they all have the blueprint of success. You could take little pieces of everyone else who has knowledge in this world and make it your own blueprint for success, then that's something I want to do.
So the secret is out on G League Ignite, the team that is comprised of top prospects and a handful of G League and NBA veterans.
Yeah, but this OKC Blue team has its share of NBA vets and young talent as well. Serbian phenom Aleksej Pokusevski was taken 17th overall by the Thunder in last year's draft. Chasson Randle has had stints with the Sixers, Wizards, Warriors. This is a good team.
There's going to be times when all these young guys are going to struggle. Jalen, he's competitive and he'll figure it out. And I fully expect for him to bounce back and have a better game.
Part of this experience for this young Ignite team is how do they respond to adversity, how they respond to different situations.
Kuminga with the early steal, and he'll push the other way. Connection to Jalen Green, and we see those two hook up right off the bat. Pull up Green, knocks it down.
I just gotta show I have IQ and I can play this game and I could be on the court with other good players. I just started getting more comfortable and trusting myself more.
Goes to the rim, and there is Green on the curl, high above the iron.
I was saying, feed Jalen.
This guy just had another year. I mean, good luck catching up with him.
Feed Jalen, feed Jalen.
Wow.
Oh, acrobatic. Jalen Green eludes a defender and lays it in.
I mean, his adjustments in the mid-air are incredible.
And every time he would touch it, pretty much he would score. And that was, I think, you know, we got to see a glimpse of what Jalen could really do.
Quick trigger, Green. Jalen Green and company improved to 2-0. And as the entire Ignite team in general, they did not disappoint.
Jalen got in the gym last night, got some extra shooting in without anybody, you know, prodding him to do that. And that's what you like to see as a coach. And I thought that he bounced back today and really showed what he was made of. All right, so part of being a pro is what we say, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready, right? All right, make sure that you guys get your treatment that you need for Pete, so that we can have some recovery. We will have practice just to clean up some stuff tomorrow, and we're gonna try to one by one just keep knocking these games down and keep rising in the standings, so we can be in good position. Hopefully when the playoffs come around. All right, let's bring it in. 1, 2, 3, United.
I mean, street side.
Got them all forward hands. Last year, I'll be the teenager. When you become the breadwinner of the family, get used to it. You're gonna get like some slippers, a belt. Christmas sweater.
Ignite is looking like a team that has played games and has been together a while. They're looking every bit of the part of their mock draft rankings. These guys have been playing well.
G League Ignite at 2-0, trying to join Austin as the only 3-0 teams in this young season. Nix bullies his way in, and he uses the window to score.
Excellent move by Nix.
Good job, young fella. That's how you get involved.
Nix, he's now 4 of 4 from deep. What a performance on his 19th birthday.
He probably wishes his birthday more often.
Last night after my game, didn't really score that much. I went back to my room and I meditated and prayed. So that's what basically brought up my spirits. I'm not with my family, but my team's my family.
Nix spinning inside.
And I think that's what really helped me.
21 points for Nix.
I believed in myself and I was confident, just took the shots that I wanted.
Lead is 6. Nix couldn't finish, gets his own miss. Count it and the foul.
Hey, young fella, I like it.
Very good move by Daishen Nix, showing his handle, showing his ability.
Nix bullies his way in, and he uses the window to score. Nix launching from half court.
Wow, I think he's doing just fine.
113-105, the final. Daishen Nix turning 19 today and turning heads.
Here we go.
You know, there were a lot of scouts there tonight. The Lakers were there, the Magic was there, there were like 4 or 5 teams.
I gotta keep doing that, can't let up.
Daishen Nix, just his passing vision is definitely his best skill. He can make other players better. He has very good size. For a point guard, now he's gonna have to really improve his jump shot. He's gonna have to improve as a finisher. But if he continues on his trajectory, he has a chance to be a first rounder.
So a big part of how we get better is going to be through film study. So you guys got to lock in and pay attention. You got to visualize it, and then you got to transfer it to actual action once we get on the floor. You guys are going to be amazed when you see how much stuff was open yesterday if we would have just took our time a little bit more and then recognized how trash that zone was. When we miss a free throw, we leaving points on the table. We also leaving points on the table on situations like this, because this is 2 points. Jalen, this is what I was gonna say to you on this. We got a 3-on-2, right? You should be running for a dunk, but we're running and we're stopping at the 3-point line. You should be drifting down even further now once JK catches it, all right? But I want you guys to really run for dunks first. We're not playing like these other teams that are just 3-point happy. If we can get a dunk, we want to try to get a dunk first. How many times have you guys heard me in practice say you got to visualize the defense? So on these kind of plays, JK, this cut right here is tough, like, so freeze it. When Dante's going through right there, the fact that he's got both of these guys coming with him, JK, this is the time for you to circle right behind him. Everybody's going to be gunning for us. This next game that we have, this team is going to be better than all the teams that we played. They're averaging 121 points or something like that a game. They're the highest scoring team so far in the bubble. We execute the way we are capable of executing, get after it defensively, then we always going to give ourselves a chance to win.
What the Ignite team has done in the G League bubble has been really eye-opening. I was in Orlando for 3 days last week watching games alongside NBA executives, and you could see how excited they were about what they were watching.
Everything's important when evaluating a player. Positional size, positional wingspan, athletic ability. But if he has those and cannot play, it doesn't matter.
One of the things that I made very clear from the beginning is that I can't help them get drafted. What I'm able to do is help them become better basketball players and develop that pro mentality. The work ethic, being willing to learn and be coached. The little intangible things that get noticed and get judged that most people overlook.
Shoulder height, get down here. We gotta get them up. All right, it's a good team ball. We wanna be 5-0. We gotta do shit the right way.
Those are the people who not only make it to the NBA, but stay for a long time. Jahlil Okafor, that I think was maybe 3rd pick in the draft. He's not really in anybody's rotation right now, and he's maybe on his 3rd or 4th different team. And then there's guys, Dorian Finney-Smith and Matthew Dellavedova.
Dellavedova is in the lane, it's good. Dellavedova in double figures.
Who weren't ranked, who didn't get drafted, who've made a lot of money in the NBA. If you put in your work You pay your dues are gonna pay you back. When it's time for you to perform in front of the people who make those decisions, having the confidence and having put in enough repetition to be able to perform in that moment.
From the ESPN Wide World of Sports, 2 of the top 4 teams in the G League are set to do battle as Erie takes on G League Ignite, a team that is comprised of 4 of the best prospects who are eligible for this year's NBA draft.
Let's go. Let's go. Get your good warm up.
There's so much attention on these guys. I watch the other teams play. Their energy level is not the same as when they play against this Ignite team, and trying to get our guys to understand that. But I love it because we're getting the best that every team has to offer, and in hopes that it's going to bring out the best in us.
And there's a look as to why Jordan Bell is shooting 83% from the field. Green working in concert with Ashley. The extra pass. Dante Hall was left wide open on the block.
And that's one of the possessions where you've seen Green really grow in this young G League season. Now they're learning how to make plays by giving the basketball up.
Jordan Bell.
Pass stolen, numbers the other way.
Get back, hustle back.
He lobbed up for Spellman, who somehow got it while falling to the ground.
Too many fucking turnovers.
The whole time I was on the bench, I keep thinking about just, I would have gone to Michigan, I would have been a star of the team. I definitely would have started. I would have had a major role on the team. I think we would have won the national championship.
Winston off glass. Erie building a lead. Timeout, Ignite.
Those first 4 teams were pretty strong, and we thought that's as strong as it gets. But Erie showed us that, it gets even tougher from here.
Todd misses wide left. As Winston knocks down a 3.
I think that the veterans who were used to playing in this kind of situation, they kind of knew what to expect 4 or 5 games in. We had no idea what to expect.
Todd, the indecision and the turnover.
You got to credit Erie because they've been the aggressors. They are just red hot.
Kuminga lets it rip from deep. No good. Kuminga, end of half, nearly banked it in. Now he's missed his last 7 from beyond the arc.
And that's the next step for Kuminga, right? Develop a consistent 3-point shot. Just got to find that stroke from the perimeter.
Numbers the other way. Spellman through the lane and a thunderous jam.
They just don't look like they've got that spark. There are going to be some nights like this, especially as a young pro.
The 4-0 start gave us an air of making us feel that we were better than what we are. Felt like they had a 5-on-0 practice with no defense out there at all. This was going to be a different level of play, a different level of competition. And this team brought us back down to earth. So now we'll see what we're made of and if we can bounce back